The William Brewster Styles Award for Business and Economics Reporting goes to the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists and the Center for Public Integrity for Secrecy for Sale inside the Global Offshore Money Maze. Everything about Secrecy for Sale is huge. Its global scale, its team of 112 journalists, its 58 worldwide media partners, and the difficulty of their task. Analyzing a leaked cache of 2.5 million secret files. Led by the center's director, Gerald Ryle, the challenging and risky work broke open a parallel economy of offshore tax havens amounting to some $21 trillion that benefit the few at the expense of many. The coverage laid bare the hidden financial dealings of government officials, dictators, and despots, Wall Street fraudsters, arms dealers, newly minted billionaires and their political cronies, money launderers, and even religious leaders. The shock and rapid response were as global as the reporting. South Korea raided the home of its former president. Criminal and civil inquiries were opened in the U.S., Britain, Germany, Israel, Philippines, India, Australia, and Bangladesh. Europe's biggest economic powers announced a new exchange of tax information. Austria and Luxembourg announced plans to lift bank secrecy. Denmark and Canada allocated millions of dollars to track down citizens with offshore accounts. The list of official responses goes on, but perhaps the most interesting unofficial response is this: a 20% drop in offshore registrations attributed to a crisis of confidence caused by the coverage.
It really underscores this independent, collaborative reporting and the power of that.
When you receive 2.5 million documents, how do you analyze that? And then it's yet another thing of how do you present that? How do you present that in a way that's accessible to an audience? And they did it all.
Kim Williams, director of the E.W. Scripps Company, will present the Scripps Howard Foundation's William Brewster Styles Award and $10,000 to the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, a division of the Center for Public Integrity. Accepting is Gerald Ryle, Consortium Director and lead reporter.
Thank you very much. I'd like to begin by thanking the Scripps Howard Foundation because your work in promoting great journalism has actually never been more important. Look, I'm the one standing here, but in fact I represent about 120 journalists in more than 50 countries who worked on this great project. And I don't want to leave the stage without mentioning one of them. His name is Kevin Lau. He was the editor-in-chief of Ming Pao, the main newspaper in Hong Kong. We actually continued this work, and in January this year we published details of all of the secret offshore holdings of the Chinese elite. A few weeks later, Kevin was sacked from his job. A few weeks after that, you may have all read, he was attacked with a meat cleaver in the street. We're not sure if it's got anything to do with what we actually wrote, but we wish him well in his recovery. Thank you very much for everything.